Well, let's record this here. There you go. Huh. Let's close this stuff here. Go back here. We're gonna do a little bingy bingy boom boom like that. There you go. Now I get to see a more beautifuler picture. Oh yeah. Both of these were involved in MK Ultra. With the Andrew blunder, it's like this. Andrew claimed that they're gonna move him to the farmhouse before they're gonna move him out of the picture completely. Said once you see me going to the farmhouse, it's already over. It's over already. Sarah Ferguson, a gold digger issue, was involved in MK Ultra. I don't read everything. I can't fucking read everything. Obviously, this was so much garbage that was involved in this stuff here. This was involved. Norwegian Crown Princess Mette Marit was involved in it. This is a pure fucking hypocrisy, this stuff. Some of it is a hypocrisy, other is not a hypocrisy. They posed next to me, for instance, when it concerns Princess, what is her name, Mette Marit from Norway, because there's some serious problems. And so they mixed very serious problems, very serious allegations with my presence, and what they do is they try to play on the ticket on me, basically. They, through my case, believe that I would bail them out. They are so fucking wrong. These people committed very serious crimes. This is how they do it. This is how they do the stuff. That's what I was used for. The Epstein ring is the most criminal ring in the world, the most rotten, dangerous ring in the world. That's because they're right at top of the state. And if not top of the state, they're a henchman. It's like a one-way ticket, ready to throw themselves in a fire and walk out on the other side of the fire without a single scratch type of people they hired for the job. These are basically hitmen, except that people do not understand any of that stuff. They bomb the truth with so many lies that I just spoke to you about, that the truth becomes completely irrelevant. And these are masters of lies. So, I just want to go. This news was big time involved in MK Ultra. For this news, Margie insisted me, Sarah Ferguson, not Margie, but Sarah Ferguson insisted me that it will be daughters that will be helping me out, and then there is this picture right here. They post the three of them, force freedom, and it was Fergie. I know, what the hell am I saying? Fergie stated, not Margie, but Fergie stated that I'm gonna have, she didn't state directly that I'm gonna have to force freedom, but she highly suggested that it might just happen that I'm gonna have to force my way through, basically burn my way through to the freedom, and that they will be standing on my side, and in the background of it all, it would be a Father Andrew that would also send some juicy video, audio, some stuff like that. I am not interested in any of that stuff. I am not interested in any of that kind of stuff. This here, as I said about the Epstein, this is serious stuff concerning a lot of completely innocent people. And in between, what is mixed is stuff that they were using, just like they are using on this page here, to make the real stuff look completely irrelevant, outdated, non-important, and so on. This is how they kill people. That's all it takes. They own mainstream media, and the only thing that happens is mainstream media moves away from you or you're dead. That's all there is to it. That's why I like my little channel, old channel with so many videos, with so much information, insightful information that gives me, on the other hand, the opportunity to completely, put them upside down. I don't want to comment on this stuff anymore. I definitely don't depend on mainstream media. It paid off to look like this. It paid off finally to have 2-3 views listed under my video views on a YouTube. That's completely fine with me. It paid off eventually. It paid off because people read and people understand. People understand. So at the end of the day, a lot of people are relying, dependable on that kind of stuff, but I am not. So now you see that all this struggle that I put up with, that the resistance that I initiated, in the end it all paid off, basically. It's good. It's not bad. It paid off. Eventually it paid off. So there's one more thing I'm going to do. I'm going to go and I'm going to put this to 100, is it 110? And I'm going to go and I'm going to scroll myself again through this stuff here. I want this, basically I want this as a memory. These people have been inflicted, based on my news site, such a devastation when it comes to their lies, misinformation, that I rate this whole operation that I had done it as unprecedented success. This is just what I did with these people. Basically, when I started, not when I started, but till I immigrated to Poland, would you believe this shit or not? Which is insane, because I started it in 2010 to talk about MK Ultra, and then I stopped. Thrown in a psychiatric hospital. Where I was all the way to, let's just say 2018. You understand? 2018. That's 8 years ago. Now I'm 54. That's basically age 46. I was born in December 9, 1971. Where I was in 2018, I would compare that status to Stone Age. I would compare that status to Stone Age man, despite providing so many proofs about MK Ultra. Stone Age man. Then it's like this guy here. Did you see that he's trying to make a fire? I started to make the fire, and I make a serious fire in the Poland. That's when it definitely should have ended everything in 2018. It didn't. I provided the proofs with interviews of the people whom I have clearly identified, and they just didn't stop. And now what happened was, I continue along the way to work my way. Well, today there's not even a car like this. Let's just say some Ferrari mirror. Ferrara is the place in Italy, that is right. Today, these people are inside of this mirror. You see that mirror? And inside of that mirror, as I'm driving along, they're merely a little fucking dot. Black dot. That's all the hell there is that is left out of them. I started as a stone, man. They are inside of my mirror, like a little black dot. And that little black dot significates Stone Age people. That's what I started, that's what I am today. See this stuff here? This is the kind of stuff I continue to bombard with. And if you are in this case, in this matter, and you cross my patterns, that's a very bad day for you. You would not want to be in that mirror anywhere. They had such a big advantage over me. They had such a tremendous advantage. That is truly unprecedented. Totally unprecedented. Today, they're merely a shadow of them, what they used to be. Merely a shadow. When you read an article like the one that applies to Bounty Hunter Chapman, then you start to understand why. Or let's say this lymphoma cancer needle game, whatever used in Chinese to confuse about stuff that I spoke about they have done to me in the video. These are not ordinary articles. They are sophisticated as they would be written by the scientists inside of the lab. They're not articles, they are reports. They started at something, and it turned out bad. More for them at this stage than myself. Now it's much worse for them than it is for myself. I'm getting actually, I feel good about this stuff. Even that I'm in a bad shape, I feel good about it. For 3,500 euro flights to, I don't know what that means, SH, probably shit weekend, or this is what they refer to the tickets to this place here, to the city of the Nova Mesto. That's what these girls had people suggest me, that they continue to come here, that I should not disappoint them and stuff like that. This is the way it is. That this is how much they're paying for the tickets and so on. I think these people pay to get up to the toilet that much money. That's at least what I would expect with for people with so much money like this. It's exactly what I would expect from people like this that the case would be. This guy here, Prince Andrew, Mountbatten, Windsor, Romanov is missing over there, and the Saxe and Coburg, and you know, all that other fine stuff. This guy bragged about that he's got almost as much as money as King Charles, that he's got so many properties throughout England and so on, so much money on Switzerland and stuff like that, that the shit that this Express UK they write about is just total bullshit. These are not poor people. These are extremely, extremely wealthy people. These are the wealthiest people in Canada, in Britain, and in Australia, with the New Zealand included. These are the fucking wealthiest people. These are big countries. Britain is a big country, and so is Canada, and Australia, and New Zealand. For this thing here, Sarah Ferguson told me she would be dressing herself with this kind of hat like this. This is all the news that was already, to remind me of the Western movies where you see somebody like Clint Eastwood pulling out a gun and just going pew, pew, pew. That kind of stuff. And that it would relate to me. That when I see the hat like this, that this is basically when I'm doing exactly the right thing. Oh man, the guy who is chased by the ambulance vehicles his entire fucking life, he would probably know when he's doing the right thing and when he's not doing the right thing. But I'm not going to even say thank you anyways. These people failed. These people failed so miserably. They failed so miserably. If you don't understand why, here's the website you can go to. It's called the Ulsa Times. You can see a bold self-confidence right here displayed in their face. Look at that. That's a lot of defiance. Though you don't think so? What do you see right there on a header is displayed? Okay. Do I need people like this to give me a confidence? Probably not. Have you ever seen anything like this? Probably not. They definitely not expected they would see something like this from me, that I would go and do something like that. But eventually they did, and they told me if it's still after 3 months here, it's very bad. If it's more than 6 months, forget about it. The man, as you see right there on the right, did just that. Mr. Agog and Magog. He did exactly what I stated. I asked them, what would it be like if I would display stuff like this on my website? If the header would look like this. And they look at me. Not me, sorry, that was a mistake. They look at each other. They look at each other. They had some pictures from 9/11 from me, from my computer. And they portrayed that as if it was my website, my page, and did this on a laptop. I did not even know what laptop is when they started to brainwash me on a laptop. This is the way this stuff is. I had no fucking idea what a laptop is. This goes way, way, way back in the day, and I had no fucking idea about what laptop even is. So, I'm not going to say that's very nice of them and so on. I don't think so. They thought it would destroy them and so on and so forth. These people never thought about anything else than about themselves. I don't remember these people thinking about anybody else or anything else other than themselves. Oh, this merger fixture also was involved in it. This was involved in it, and MK Ultra, and she said that she's going to work for me. A little earlier when I demonstrated you that picture right there, and I said, and I look at her, I looked at her, and this is a very, very attractive lady. First of all, it started with this picture. That actually looks like a two nipples right there, and quite big and exciting actually. Um, this was a very fine looking lady back in the day, obviously. She still is. And I, I, then she came to me. This was in Britain. Then we were apart, then she appeared in Slovenia. And she came with a funny idea that she would work for me. And I said, you would work for me? I look at her. It was a very attractive lady in front of me, and I said to myself, holy fuck, man, you're gonna work for me? And the year was, I was in such a poor shape that all you could do is basically cry. Nothing other than that. The year was probably 2000 and, it must have been 2016. And 2016, was it 2017? Just before yeah, 2016, probably. That's all that shit with Belarus, and then in 2017 and stuff like that. Fucking madness. 2016 was the year. I said, you would want to work for me? Holy fuck. And I would have a lady like this work for me. A lady like this, that she would want to work for me. I look at her and I'm thinking about how the fuck to tell this lady that I don't have absolutely any fucking money. There is nothing. So I look at her and I was thinking about, I said to myself, even if I had the money, even if I had a lot of money, what the fuck would I do with her? I said to myself, would I put her as a secretary or I'm looking at her and it's a fine looking lady and a princess basically from Britain. And who the hell would not hire her? I mean, even if she sits next to the telephone and is smiling, it's good, everything goes fine. And I said to myself, I said to the police officer, investigator, I was without the words, and I look at this police officer, and they were looking at me, and I tried to tell him, hey, tell this lady, I cannot even tell her this, but I don't have any kind of money. This is gonna work for me. I mean, I don't have any kind of money. This is the way it was during MK Ultra. This is the way this stuff here that you see here started. What I told you earlier about forced freedom issue on anti-slavery. That's when this conspiracy came out about. And then it was other ladies that wanted to work for me. And he had elite people. I have no idea who other ladies were. I would have to see something. Maybe from Rothschilds or from... all of a sudden it was a bunch of these wealthy ladies that were coming here that were interested in working for me. Yeah. Luckily I didn't get killed, and yeah, this must have been even in 2017, really. And as they were gonna fucking kill me in 2018, I escaped them to the Poland. It wasn't for maybe about 9 months I was at home. Upon return from Belarus, they were gonna fucking kill me. They were driving me to Ljubljana on a torture sessions that were so exhausting that it might have been maybe even session 2, 3 more that I would probably collapse dead. And that's when I took off again. I escaped again this madness. That time to Poland without absolutely nothing in the pocket. 20 euros I think that I had. Enough for the Hungarian rail. That's that kind of issue. Yeah, this what you do is you throw her next to the telephone, and then the only thing that she has to do is basically smile, not even answer the telephones. Probably better not. That was actually very, very bad. Uh, Wrong, what I stated. Not good. Some people could understand that not appropriately. I didn't mean anything bad about that stuff. Um, no, I would not give her a job in my company for obvious reasons. I mean, it's bad enough you can go bankrupt for a lot of reasons. If you have something like this working for you, you're fucking dead. You don't go bankrupt, you go fucking dead. No, the answer is fucking no. Not even next to the telephone to smile.